Here's what's making headlines this Friday, February 9th, 2024. Good morning to you. You're waking up with Cardinal weather. I'm Alex Almanza.
And I'm Abby Urban. A Muncie teen is still missing after a statewide silver alert was declared last Sunday. 15-year-old Ella Saylor was last seen at 11 p.m. Saturday night in Muncie. The Muncie Police Department provided the following information. Saylor stands 5 foot 4 inches, weighs 230 pounds, has brown hair, brown eyes, and she was last seen wearing a Mackinac jacket with Washington, D.C. on the front and black pajamas with puzzle pieces printed on them. MPD is asking for anyone with information to call 765-747-4838.
All right, taking a turn to what's happening in your community. So you know that small printer that you keep in the corner of your home office? Well, technology like that has come a long way, and we often take it for granted and forget where it all really started. So I recently hit the streets of Muncie to a business that's proving that old school is still cool.
Come in anytime.
You'll be hard-pressed to find anything else like this.
We have so much of this because it's all different weights and heights.
An art form that once served millions of households, now lost to time.
But some of this type is very, very old.
Except here, where it's embraced, not a laser printer in sight. This is Tribune Showprint in Muncie. It's one of the last of its kind. Posters, newspapers, invitations. What used to be the work of hundreds of printing plants, now only 3 remain in the country. One of those are right here.
The digital world's great. You can put anything you want on paper, but we're so desensitized to it. When you're on the street, you don't see a digital poster anymore, because it's just part of the background. Where these posters, you don't see them as much, and so it just catches your eye immediately.
Hundreds, if not thousands of posters are printed here each year. This business is almost as old as the presses themselves, being bought out by Miller and her husband, and now loved by hundreds in the community.
My husband was like, I think you can do this. And I was like, well, sure, why not? And so we ended up buying it and then moving it from just outside of Lafayette to Muncie.
This gentleman walked in expecting an antique shop, but not expecting to run into his old past. He's a former Muncie Star Press employee who used to run machines just like these.
Does it bring back memories?
Oh, man. Yeah, I wouldn't have spent 50 years in it unless I loved it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to go to work and do something you love.
So, until the next page of history turns in the likes of a digital era, at least this page lives on in colorful ink.
Oh, my honey, yeah. Oh, my honey, yeah.
In Muncie, Alex Almanza, Newslink, Indiana.
Have fun storming the castle in Anderson this evening. Folks can look forward to an inconceivable evening with the showing of the timeless film The Princess Bride. After the showing, fans can join Carrie Ellis, or Wesley, as most know him, to reminisce on the classic movie and learn never-before-heard stories about the filming. Tickets are low, but you can still get a hold of seats by visiting AndersonParamount.org. And then let's move over to local weather with Jack.
Thank you so much, Abby. I love The Princess Bride. This could be actually one of my favorite movies. Another thing I actually am a big fan of are these really warm temperatures that we're seeing right now. Currently in Muncie, 53 degrees. Like, I didn't wear a jacket walking into the studio this morning. It was so nice. At 56 degrees, we're just seeing an influence of a lot of warm weather. Let's kind of put this in perspective here. So this is our almanac. Our average high temperature for this time of year, i.e. in February, is 38 degrees. Our forecasted high today is 62. That shows you how above average we really are. Like, it's kind of crazy, actually. That being said, I don't think we're going to set a record. We're going to be close. We're going to take a run at it, but I think we're going to fall a few degrees short. Now, we did set that record yesterday. That being said, we are seeing a cold front start to eye up our community, so I think that's going to hinder our chances just a little bit. But this is what we're tracking for the show today. So we're seeing the return of spring today, reality checking temperatures, and winter will return.
All right, time to bust out those shorts for sure. Well, coming up, check out the major impact the Super Bowl is having on your wallet.
And that's after Weather Now. Welcome back. Time to check your freezer. The U.S. Department of Agriculture issued a public health alert for frozen chicken peel-off bags that used to be sold at Trader Joe's. It says they may contain rocks. The product in question is 14-ounce packages of Trader Joe's chicken, lentil, and caramelized onion peel-off. They are produced between November 1st, 2023 and January 19th. The USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service says it has received multiple consumer complaints of rocks in the chicken peel-off, and one person suffered a dental injury. Those who have the product are urged not to eat it and throw it away or return it to Trader Joe's. It's an alert and not a recall because the product is no longer being sold.
Well, all right, check this out. Coca-Cola is making one of its latest specialty flavors permanent. Spiced is a new soda that blends the taste of Coke with raspberry and spice flavors. You can see it right there on your screen. Now, Coke's vice president of marketing said that the soda was selected because it's, quote, all about being on category trend and responsive to our consumer preferences. Now, those who are craving bolder flavors, really. The new drink will be available in both cans and bottles in various sizes. Coca-Cola Spice goes on sale February 19th in the U.S. and Canada.
General Motors has recalled more than 300,000 trucks. The problem appears to be that the tailgate's electronic release system may short circuit when it gets wet. That means the tailgate could unlatch at unwanted times, including when the trucks are in motion. There have been hundreds of reports of that happening since September of 2020. Only minor injuries and property damage have been reported as a result of it. GM plans to notify impacted owners in mid-March. Certain Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra trucks are included.
Definitely some scary stuff. Take a look at that. All right. Well, Las Vegas football and Taylor Swift this Sunday could bring peak funflation. After missed opportunities during the COVID-19 lockdowns, consumers have not been shy about spending on major sporting events, concerts, and more. Karen Kaif is with us and crunches the Super Bowl numbers from Washington.
Big spending on live experiences missed during COVID lockdowns. It's a concept some economists have dubbed funflation.
It's really an idea that comes from the pandemic. Really, it's a similar concept to revenge spending.
Sunday's Super Bowl in Las Vegas, a prime example. StubHub spokesperson Adam Budelli said as of Thursday, Super Bowl ticket sales on their site had already surpassed last year's game and have come from beyond the home team cities of Kansas City and San Francisco.
Unlike maybe Super Bowls in the 80s or 90s or even 2000s where it really was about the two fan bases, this Super Bowl, we already have sales from all 50 states and over 16 countries.
As of Thursday, the average ticket sold on StubHub at more than $8,000, and it doesn't stop at tickets. David Tinsley, senior economist at the Bank of America Institute, recently looked at the big boon a sporting event or concert brings to a city's hotels, restaurants, bars, and more, citing a 25% boost in traffic at Phoenix area businesses during last year's Super Bowl. He says with consumer confidence up and a solid labor market, the funflation trend toward big experiences will likely play on through 2024.
You know, there's only so many gadgets you can buy ultimately. And I think the younger generations, millennials, Gen Z, have a real appetite for live experiences. So, you know, I'd be broadly optimistic that the trend can continue this year.
I'm Karen Kafa reporting.
Right now, it's very warm across the Midwest. We've seen some record high temperatures over the past couple of days. Looking up here in Muncie, we're going to continue to see warm temps, 53 degrees, 37 in Kansas City, but we're going to warm up as we head throughout the day as that warm air starts to push out throughout the rest of the country. Kansas City is going to be 55 later today, 58 in Cincinnati. All of this warm air coming up from the Gulf of Mexico over the past couple of days has led to these very pleasant temperatures throughout most of the Midwest, but very different out as we push towards the West Coast and California. You can see out here, see this light blue right here? Actually, avalanche warnings. You don't see that every day. Winter weather advisories here in this kind of purple. But as you look out towards San Francisco, you can see a little bit of light green. California has actually seen some record precipitation for this time of year due to the atmospheric river, bringing in some extra rain and moisture. Those flood advisories are going to continue over the next couple of days as well. Looking at what that means in terms of radar all throughout the West right now, looking at snow, all of this cold air coming down from around British Columbia right now. Going to see a lot of snow over the past couple of days, but a very different story towards the east coast of the United States. Going to see a lot of precipitation because of that warm air. No room for freezing snow. And let's see how that progresses over the next couple of days, because actually we're going to see that warm air start to go away, but not before it brings with it some severe weather. Again, out towards the west coast, that high is going to keep that snow out of Southern California and Nevada and Arizona, but this low is going to move up from around Mexico over the next couple of days, heading towards Tennessee. And you're going to see some flashes of severe weather around here, Missouri and Louisiana. That's going to change up quite a bit over the next couple of days, as you're going to see that severe weather move in around Sunday and Monday. And let's talk about what that actually means in terms of outlook. Slight chance of severe weather on our 3-day outlook out here towards Louisiana and Missouri. Next couple of days, you're going to see that low push out towards the East Coast, moving cool temperatures in as it leaves. 6 to 10-day outlook actually below average here across the eastern United States, above average towards the west as that mass of warm air moves out of the area. And you know, I'm just going to enjoy this Super Bowl weekend. I'm going to go out, I'm going to grill, enjoy these nice temperatures while we still got them.
Yeah, and it's perfect, you know, and we could definitely use those warmer temperatures. You know, we were talking about this earlier. You know, we got to bring out the shorts now. It's time to bring out the shorts. Thankfully, we didn't have a crazy winter.
Yeah,
right?
Well, I could stay like this all year, but
yeah.
Not here in Indiana at least.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you know, when we talk about grilling, my favorite time to grill is usually during the summer. It's usually a little hotter than usual, but spring sometimes it gets a little cold, sometimes it gets a little warmer. But you know.
I've just enjoyed these past couple of days across the United States. We're going to see those cooler temperatures out towards the west, so maybe not great as conditions where the actual Super Bowl is taking place.
Yeah, and you know that groundhog was definitely right?
Oh yeah.
for at least this week until we get colder temperatures again. But
oh yeah.
Thank you so much.
Coming up, see what major step has been taken to help limit air pollution.
That's after your weather now. Back, you're taking a live look at the amphitheater there. I know it has a name, I forget it, but we know it's on campus and it's an amphitheater. Beautiful skies today, beautiful weather. Well, Congress is calling on the Federal Aviation Administration to change how it addresses mental health for pilots. Now, in a letter to the FAA, a bipartisan group of 45 members said it must, quote, reduce the stigma around the issue. Now, this comes on the heels of an incident in October that you may remember when an off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot had an in-flight breakdown. Now, pilots who currently say they have some sort of mental problem during mandatory physicals could lose their ability to fly. Now, on Tuesday, FAA Administrator Mike Whitaker testified before the House Aviation Subcommittee that it's time for the department to update its approach to mental health.
The Environmental Protection Agency has finalized a key update to the federal air quality standard for fine soot. It's a step toward reducing deadly air pollution that's been over a decade in the making. The current standard limits the average annual amount of fine particle pollution to 12 micrograms per cubic meter of air. The EPA is reducing that limit to 9, but that is not enough according to the World Health Organization, which recommends a limit of 5 micrograms. And some major public health groups are also agree the new limit is too high, but industry groups describe the new standard as burdensome and difficult to meet. The head of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce says tightening the soot standard threatens economic growth around the nation. And now let's look over to Jack for local weather.
Thank you very much. Taking again Look at those beautiful temperatures that we're seeing outside right now. We can see, again, 53 here in Muncie, a little colder up in Fort Wayne, 52 degrees. But as we go down south, we can see those warm temperatures moving in. We've been seeing southerly flow, southerly wind for much of the week. That's just been transporting those warm temperatures our way, and I absolutely love it. That being said, on this map, we can actually see that cold front and these darker blues start to come down from Illinois, and that's going to be kind of the main weather driver for this weekend. But looking at this Doppler radar, we can kind of just see some low clouds right now, but if we zoom out a little bit, we can see what's in store for today. Gorgeous temperature, or excuse me, gorgeous skies. We're seeing a lot of clear. We're going to see a lot of blue skies today. So that is something to look forward to today. Another thing, again, are those warmer temperatures. We're going to be warming up into the low 60s by the afternoon today, 60 at 5 p.m. Actually, we're going to hit it at 3 p.m., even better there. So it's going to be a very pretty day. Maybe all you might need today is that windbreaker. We are seeing some, maybe it might be a little gusty earlier and throughout the day today. We're looking at gusts that could be up to 25 miles an hour. So do be sure to take that into account. But for your forecast for tonight, we do have that low of 49 degrees overcast, and we are tracking some rain late into tomorrow, or excuse me, into tonight, into tomorrow morning. So let's go ahead and time that out for you here. I'll start the clock here. Again, we're talking really early, Saturday, 6 a.m. See just off to our west of Indianapolis here, we do have this little blip that's going to be coming into our area. So as I put that in motion, we can see Saturday, 8 a.m., we will be seeing just a little bit of rain. That's going to be the only rain we see for the day as that moves on, and we'll just be dealing with kind of off and on clouds for the rest of tomorrow. So Saturday should be shaping up to a pretty nice day. Just got to get over that rain in the morning, and then we'll be seeing that sun later in the day. 52 degrees as a high. Notice 52. That's 10 degrees colder than it is today. So that front will be coming through and dropping temperatures. Look at Sunday. A little colder, 44 degrees, also mostly sunny as well. So we're seeing kind of that return to average. Again, our average high temperature for February for this time of year is going to be 38 degrees. So we are starting to slide that down, and looking at precision cast on the temperature starting this here Saturday at 5 a.m. right as that front is about to come through. As I put this in motion, we can see those temperatures just start to go down. Saturday at noon, we're already at 46, lower than our low for tonight, and we're just going to be back into the 30s for much of Sunday, and that's going to be the main trend for next week as well. So it's just going to be a return of cold, but you know what? It's a good thing. We kind of need to kind of have a bit of a reality check taken out at a raw 7-day forecast. Saturday, we just have that chance of rain in the morning. Actually, we're looking at Monday. We could be seeing a little bit of snow returning. Again, winter finally coming back. Valentine's Day looks nice, looks at least clear, at least for precipitation. And then we are seeing maybe another system next Thursday, maybe bringing like a bit of a wintry mix.
Yeah, and you know, I know we were talking about the groundhog a little bit. Yeah. I don't know how good of friends you are with him.
I try and be friends with them. Groundhogs are my favorite rodent. For whatever reason, I've taken a liking to them, and you know what? I try and appear. You know, I try and go with what he says, and actually, he worked out pretty well. And I'm not going to lie, I'd love to see a very short winter. I mean, I think that would be kind of nice.
Yeah,
you know?
If any news directors are watching, hire the groundhog.
That's right.
He's pretty good at
That's right. I'll be his assistant.
All right. Thanks so much, Jack. Coming up, see our predictions for this Sunday's Super Bowl.
That's after your weather now.
All right, 8:20 on the dot. It's a rematch 4 years later. The San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs are set to face off in Super Bowl 58 for the third year in a row. The Cardinal Weather Sports Team is here to bring you Ball State students' Super Bowl predictions as Jake Dickman hits the street.
Well, here we are. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers this Sunday in Las Vegas. 49ers fans will be hoping for a different result, and Chiefs fans will be hoping for a lot of the same. But now, the question is simple. Who do Ball State students think is going to win the Super Bowl? Taylor Swift or the San Francisco 49ers? So I'm here with
Zach Carter.
All right, Zach, the question is simple. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Taylor Swift and the Kansas City Chiefs or the San Francisco 49ers?
Give me the 49ers all day.
I'm here with
Daniel Keene.
Daniel, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be the 49ers.
Why?
Just a younger team, better defense, more playmakers all around.
All right, I'm here with
Riley.
and Graham. All right, Riley and Graham. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I think we're going to go with the Chiefs.
All right.
I think it's going to be the Chiefs, and if it's not, Taylor Swift's going to break up with Travis Kelce.
All right, I'm here with
Carson Sanders.
All right, Carson. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Why the Chiefs?
Because the script is already written.
Oh, the script is already written. All right, I'm here with
Mackenzie Hershey.
All right, Mackenzie. Who's going to win the Super Bowl and why?
The Chiefs, because Kermit the Frog is the GOAT.
Kermit the Frog. Patrick Mahomes. I'm here with
Maya.
Nora.
All right, Maya, Nora. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
49ers.
Why the 49ers?
Because I like Brock Purdy.
I back her up.
All right, shout out Brock Purdy. All right, we're here with
Dylan.
All right, Dylan. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Chiefs.
Why the Chiefs?
Mahomes doesn't lose big games.
All right, I'm here with
Calvin Scott.
All right, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Chiefs.
Why the Chiefs?
It's 4 words in sports, bro. Don't bet against Pat.
I'm here with
Joel McChesney.
All right, Joel. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
The 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl because I hate Taylor Swift.
I'm here with
Jacob.
All right, Jacob. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I'm going to say Niners, 38-31.
I'm here with
I'm Darren.
All right, Darren. Who's going to win the Super Bowl and why?
Ooh, give me the Niners, man. I don't want to see the Chiefs win.
All right, I'm here with
Teo Sanchez.
All right, Teo. Who's going to win the Super Bowl and why?
The Chiefs, because I don't want the 49ers to win because I'm a Cardinals fan.
Ooh, shout out the NFC West. All right, I'm here with
Atlantis.
All right, Atlantis. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I'm going to say the Chiefs.
Why the Chiefs?
I mean, they won last year, so why not again this year? So.
All right, I'm here with
Seth.
All right, Seth. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Who's playing in this?
The 49ers and the Chiefs.
Oh, I hope it's going to be the Chiefs.
You heard it here first. The overwhelming Ball State favorite by 2 votes is the Kansas City Chiefs. But in all seriousness, it does look to be a very, very close game this weekend. But regardless of the result, one Ball State Cardinal will win a ring as we have 2 delegates on both sides. Nick Jones on the Chiefs and Willie Snead on the 49ers. So regardless of who wins, a Ball State Cardinal will come away. It's set to be a great matchup on Sunday. Tune in, it's on CBS. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Wow, it's some strong opinions there, I gotta say, for both sides. The whole thing with the Taylor Swift and the anti-Taylor Swift, there's a whole bunch of commotion on social media, and I will bet to say that it's probably going to be one of the most viewed Super Bowls because of that. You never know.
Well, I mean, the Swifties are already betting if she's going to even make it because she's going to be in Tokyo this weekend before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and you never know. That one person that was saying that they were going to break up if the Chiefs didn't win. That's going to be interesting to see, really.
But it definitely will be a good game, and we'll have beautiful weather to do it, so that'll be amazing.
Yeah, for
well,
sure.
Coming up, we've got your Breaking Down the Science.
That's after your weather now. Big day today. Treat yourself to an extra slice of one of America's favorite foods. Today is National Pizza Day, which is observed every year on February 9th. It's a chance to appreciate the history of that cheesy, melty dish that so many of us love. The nation's first pizzeria is believed to be Lombardi's in New York, established in 1905. Antica Pizzeria Port Alba, in Naples, Italy, is thought to be the world's first pizzeria, established in 1738. According to nationaldaycalendar.com, the most popular type of pizza is pepperoni, and I've got to agree.
Ball State is having their own celebration as well. The brand new Mamma Mia pizza vending machine is available for everyone in the Joanne Gora Student Recreation Center. Celebrate the holiday, the automated pizza making machine will be dispensing free pizza samples today from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah, it is definitely almost time. Well, we talk about high pressure and low pressure, and it just kind of changes depending on the hemisphere, northern and southern. But to really break it down for us, Olivia Smithers is joining us from the newsroom to tell us a little bit more about it.
Thanks, guys. So today's topic for breaking down the science are high and low pressure systems. And this is basically just a region of pressure. It's an area with either low or high. We can see these kind of determine the global atmospheric circulations. And the local ones we can see right now, as Jack was saying, we are seeing some warm, humid air from the south. That's going to be affecting us for the next few days. This low pressure system, so we can see warm, humid air from the south and then cold, dry air behind it. That boundary between that is what makes a cold front. And then in front of that, a warm front, usually in place of the cool air in place of the warm air. And then when those combine, when the cold, dry air catches up to the warm front, that creates an included front. And then that's kind of when the system dissipates. And then we're left with usually high pressure at that point. So that's when the cooler air sinks and it flows out, leaving us with fair skies and clear conditions. So if you're ever wondering about the big H's and the L's on the weather maps, that is what they mean. So overall, the low pressure we can see when the winds flow together in the center, they rise. And when that warm air rises, it creates cloudy skies, condensation. In the summer, it's usually big thunderstorms and big rain clouds we can see here in front of the cold front. That's usually when we get the thunderstorms. And then in front of the warm front, we have some higher level clouds like stratus clouds. And then behind the cold front, usually cumulus and lower level overcast skies. So with the clear skies, usually those are fair conditions. And they remain for however long. I mean, the atmosphere is all over the place. That's why you should always keep up with your local forecasters who really look at the observations and forecasts for you to tell you what's going on in your atmosphere.
All right, Olivia, thank you so much. That's all for Cardinal Weather this Friday morning. Thank you for joining us, and definitely an exciting time. It's our first week back, so lots in store, lots in store.
We'll see you next week. Have a great rest of your Friday and a fantastic weekend.